Question 456. Should people be allowed to obscure their identities online?
Allowed?
Yes.
No, definitely not. Yes, it definitely should.
You're not obscuring your identity by using an avatar.
Right.
You're still identifiable, is the point. It's that disconnect between identifiable or not.
What's the question?
Should people... I don't know why I'm going to repeat it for you. Should people be allowed to obscure their identities online?
Of course.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Part of me says no too, because there's a lot of dangerous shit out there, like anti-vaxxing and stuff like that, that, you know, nameless people get fined and people die because of it. So that pisses me off. But on the other hand, to be able to, I mean, I know someone in Egypt who's an atheist who's trying to escape, and he's trying to have a voice at the same time. So the only way he can do that is by obscuring who he is.
Yes, very much so.
That. So I guess it depends. I don't know.
Jeff.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, because the internet is not a safe place. It's not. The internet is not a safe space. We see. I mean, we've seen shit even on the peripheries of our own community of people being doxxed and shit happening. So I'm going to say absolutely yes. I mean, some asshole, I won't mention his name on stream, but some asshole did attempt to dox me, which I thought was kind of funny because my name was kind of out there anyway. But just buzzing.
Amanda.
Buzz.
Very mad. Yeah, that was really overpowering though. But I think you should be allowed to in that respect. If in that respect, I think you should be allowed to do that. Because I've seen some shit that people who have doxed have done, and like tried to fuck with their private lives and try and phone their work to get them fired or whatever. So yeah, absolutely.
Sal.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. That's pretty much my answer. Should you be allowed to do it? No. Can you do it? Well, that depends on your skill. But should you, be allowed to not be you and hide behind a screen? No, I'm pretty much against that.
But now the asshole who tried to dox me, and I said I'm not going to mention his fucking name on the stream because I don't want to give the asshole any more attention than he deserves. But he's someone who hides behind an avatar and a screen and is too fucking gutless to actually, come out for a face to face with anyone. Yeah. But he is the kind of asshole who I know has tried to phone people's work or whatever, trying to get them sacked and stuff like that. That's a whole different level to me. That's not just that's like a line that's crossed.
Yeah.
So do I begrudge anyone who may want to hide their identity to protect themselves from something like that? Not at all. It's a two-way street though, but also people can hide their identities and be fucking assholes and real shits on the internet at the same time.
But just because you have the ability to hide your identity from the general public does not necessarily mean that you have to be that you are obscuring it overall.
No, I mean, my real name's out there. I'm not particularly secret about that.
So it's not you.
I mean, so check this out. So you can have you can have an anonymity on the internet, right?
Mhm.
But when it comes down to, well, who is this person? If somebody really wants to, they'll find out, regardless of what avatar or anything you have. It's about finding your IP address. Okay, so if you want to talk about anonymity with somebody getting online and not wanting to show their face, cool. I kind of get that. It's a really big arena. I just didn't grow up in that particular virtual arena. I grew up in a very personal environment where I get to meet people face to face. I encourage the fact that, hey, show who you are. Now, if you have personal reasons for doing that, I definitely I'm for that. But as far as hiding like who you are, as far as how you're logging in and being able to find out who you are, no, I think there's rules. There's limits. There's limits to what you should be able to do and what should you not be able to do.
Yeah.
Now, you find your way around that because you know the system and you know how to work it. Cool. That's on you. Yeah. But yeah, to hide completely like that, yeah, we wouldn't do it in the real world. It'd be really hard for you to do it. So yeah, let's kind of keep the status quo.
It's to be honest, I think this could be a whole stream in of itself, like this discussion.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
This I think this is very complex. I've got mixed feelings, and I understand that the problem there is the sort of issue of people who hide their identities on the internet to be assholes to other people, but I also understand why people will have different handles and not put their real name out there because they're trying to protect themselves from assholes like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have quite a strong opinion on it. If you want one.
Sure, Badge.
You think everyone should use their complete public information to access the internet?
No. I am of the opinion that privacy is a human right, and that even asking for someone to reveal it is rude.
I think it's not a human right, but I think asking is probably rude.
I think that anyone who demands it, I would cut out of my life. If they would say to me, unless you tell me, who you are and where you live, I'm not going to talk to you. I'd say, okay, fuck off then.
Very good. Has Manda answered?
I'm a very, very much an all privacy person.
What?
Have you answered? And what were you eating? And have you brought enough for the rest of the class?
Yeah.
Chocolate? And no, that was the only one. Sorry. But yes, I was like the first one to answer. So.
I thought you were.
But did you answer?
I'm very divided on it. I don't. In the world we live in, I think we need a better educated populace, and I think we need places online where you are expected to completely identify, and places online where you can be completely anonymous. And people need to understand the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, we can create safe spaces where people that are identified can communicate. And spaces where you are free to do whatever you want. At the moment, the issue in reality I see online is that you have places like Twitter where some people think that this is a deeply personal space where you don't have any anonymity, right alongside people that create accounts willy-nilly to do whatever the hell they want and treat it as though they are completely anonymous.
Right.
And that's the problem. You can't have those two things coexisting in a sane world.
No.
I think you can actually, but I think that
you can't. You literally get rid of the people. You basically beat out the people that want to be genuine.
I think
if you create it so that there is a space. Sorry, I'm
I think
soapboxing.
you beat out the people who want everyone to be there.
No.
Completely. What's the word I'm looking for? I think you end up in a position where the people who want everyone else to be fully open with who they are can't be in the same space as the people who want to be anonymous.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
No, you also said that you can't have people who just want to be themselves, but I can't explain what I'm saying very well.
I think it's one of those things where I think if we had a longer conversation, we'd probably agree.
I think to be honest, right, the fact that every one of us in this conversation right now on this screen has not put their full official name on screen right now says a lot.
No, I don't think it does. I think it shows that you want a unique name.
Yeah, well,
that's the problem. Yeah. We live in a world where your nom de plume online is how you are referred to.
Well, for me, I don't know about you guys. For me, I don't have a problem showing my face, but I've had this name since I was a kid. I have a brand behind it, so
that's what I mean. It's your identification,
right?
Rather than
So people, I don't hide who I am. Like you get emails from me, you talk to me. I have nothing to hide. So that my particular screen name and avatar is actually related to my brand.
Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jeff. I'm being a bit misleading. There are plenty of people that do hide their name for reasons.
Yes.
I do not give my surname out online.
Seeing the way there's so very little education, like Dave just pointed out, and seeing kids getting online and seeing all the dangers there are. Again, and anonymity is important, but it shouldn't be to the point where they can just completely hide and do harmful stuff. There should be a limit as to how much you can actually hide and not be recognized as.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. What happened? What kind of happened with me was my surname was put out on a YouTube comment section by someone who did not have fucking permission to put it out there.
Yeah.
And just because he's a malicious little prick. But I was just like, okay. I in a way though, I don't have anything to hide, so here's my full name, whatever, ever. Do your fucking worst, because there is nothing you really can get on me that there is nothing you think you might have on me, that is really gonna ruin my reputation. I don't have much of a reputation to begin with anyway, but there's nothing out there.
There's nothing you're gonna be
so fucking damaging that it's gonna make me lose my job or anything.
I learned something along the way. Say what you like, just make sure you spell my fucking name right.
Or my other one is and I just when you see my name, I've got to stress this mainly to some of my American friends. It is Jeff and not Geoff. Okay? You wouldn't fucking believe how many people do that. Yeah.
Before anybody said your name out loud, that's how I said it in my head.
I was about to stick up for Americans here and say none of us had thought that, Jeff.
They do a lot. I've had people talk to me that have seen him on a stream with me and have commented to me about him and have heard me, and I greet everyone. I don't always call him Jeff, I sometimes call him the Scummer. And they have come to me and said, you know that guy that you were on the stream with, the Geoff?
They probably missed the intro.
There's probably English people who make that mistake as well, to be fair.
Well, over here, Gogeo is popular, so...
Jeff, you think you have it rough. Nobody in my fucking life has ever pronounced my last name correctly. Not a goddamn person. So
I know. Yeah, I'm kind of vaguely aware of what your surname is, but we will not get onto that on air. So
I will never pronounce it wrong because I will never attempt to say it.
I told you how to say it though, Dave.
Yeah, I can't remember.
English people in particular are very bad at pronouncing like Dutch names, so that's already I've already said too much. So
no, it's fine. Everybody knows my name anyway. But yeah, so if Dutch names are hard, this one is specifically fucking
just
hard.
a second.
It reminds me. If you ever seen that film Euro Trip at all?
Yeah.
With Lucy Lawless playing the Dutch dominatrix and gives the guy a safe word, and he comes out and it's some like really long unpronounceable Dutch word he's trying to pronounce while she's hooking up the electric clamps to his dick and stuff, and it's like he's trying to say this word and it's just like It's like, fuck!
Yeah, that's just not fucking easy, I can tell you that.
Badger,
Hello.
is privacy on the list?
Yeah, fuck it. Hang on, I'll put it on. The other comment I have on this is I don't see. I think I'm a bit odd. In another way to the ways that everybody already knows about.
Do tell.
You don't only hide your name; you hide your species.
I don't understand the obsession that everyone seems to have. And I think for a lot of people it is an obsession with knowing exactly who they're talking to all the time. I don't know why it is necessary to have a name and title for someone.
Because
when I speak, it's quite rare. I actually refer to someone by any title. I just kind of go, hello, and then start talking.
Because we
I
crave
don't call
it.
anyone sir or madam or anything like that.
Your brain itches to be intimate with someone. And there's little bits of our brains itch to be intimate with someone. And knowing these little more, and knowing this little more detail, this little more that, it's like a craving that people don't know how to deal with.
I actually think though, because we've been quite a while on this one, but this question could be like a whole debate stream, couldn't it?
Oh, this is the list that Badger's making.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
What?
Because I really don't like it when people refer to me by personal things when I don't know them that well. Yeah, to me, like referring to me in an intimate, well, not an intimate way, in a familiar way is something that takes like several months long relationship for me to be ready for.
You see, I'm intrigued about asking you a question, but I don't want to do it on stream just in case.
Badger, even if you told me even if you got to that point where you told me your real name, I still choose to believe that you're an actual badger. I prefer to believe that.
You prefer to
I
believe.
suppose actually it's kind of linked to that other thing that I've mentioned previously about an area that I'm weird. I think everyone's always asking people to do a face reveal on the YouTube.
I need to explain certain things to you.
Just one. Let me finish my thing. Everyone's always asking everybody to do a face reveal. I'm there. They do stuff like a Twitter poll or something. Like, should I do one? I'm voting no every time because I'm much more comfortable watching someone with an avatar do a video than I am looking at an actual human doing a video. A lot of the time.
Is everybody. That's not the
Ouch.
point.
Yeah, that's why my subscriber count is very low because I really need a better avatar and not put myself on the screen.
No, it's not. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.